हाँ जी, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। जैसे कि आप ये स्क्रीन देख रहे हैं, कंप्यूटर प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस प्रैक्टिकल बेस्ड, इट्स अ प्रैक्टिकल बेस्ड lecture actually. Uh, the model paper which we have received from the board comprises from the practical of GW Basic as usual, like the previous years. So I'm going to start GW Basic from this week, and we'll do all the practicals of GW Basic practically in my virtual classes, right? So I request you all to please download GW Basic from any website. It's available easily from anywhere. You can download it. Download GW Basic and do the practical with me as I am doing here in the class, in the virtual class. Do the same within your computers. One thing, you must on your computers or your phones, so you can make the programs of GW Basic, right? One thing. The second thing, the most important, is I'm going to dictate all the classwork here in the virtual classes. So keep your copy, book, stationery, everything with you. आपके पास हर चीज़ आपकी होनी चाहिए, आपकी बुक, आपकी कॉपी, आपके स्टेशनरी, everything should belong with you. So if I am going to dictate anything, you are able to write everything in your notebooks, right? So the most important points for today's lecture is have your book copy and stationery with you, number one. Number two, download GW Basic on your computers and take your computers or laptop, desktop with you from tomorrow, okay? Do the practical with me like I am doing here in the class. You are supposed to copy it down and you can do the same thing on your computers. Is that clear? Okay, I am going to unmute all. If you have any question, you can ask. Unmute yourself, and if you have any question, you can ask me. The model paper which we receive from the board, it comprises having the practical of GW Basic. Any question, class? Students, any question about it? Now take your copies with you. I will ask you to write some points. So make a portion of basic in your copies and note down the programs as well. First, we'll do the introduction of basic and then we'll start the programs. First of all, the first lecture of it is computer programming language. It is your practical based chapter. First, the introduction of languages. We'll learn about it, and from tomorrow, we'll start our practicals. Is that clear? Yeah. Any confusion related to this? You can unmute yourself and ask me any question if you have. I'm not getting your feedback, please. Uh, hurry up. Is it clear? Do you have your notebooks with you right now? Okay. So here there are 14 participants and I want everybody to participate in the class, please. And if you are not going to participate, I will not mark your attendance. So please be alert and participate in the class. Now let's start the lecture. Computer programming language. It's a practical based chapter. Now start the main points related to this is introduction to computer languages. As you know that there are different types of languages, the artificial languages and natural languages. Artificial languages made by man it's a symbolic languages and natural languages which we are used to speak with each other, to communicate with each other. And the objective of the computer language is to understand what is computer language. The objective of this lesson, this lecture is actually to understand low level and high level language, to differentiate between low level and high level languages. Now, what are the computer? As I told you, that artificial languages are man-made languages, like symbolic languages. You can take the example of different high-level languages like BASIC, COBOL, Fortran, and Morse code. Even any symbolic languages which are made by human for their convenience to create symbols is known as artificial language. And natural language is what we are speaking with each other. These are the natural languages, right? Programming languages can be used to create programs that control the behavior of a computer and serve any purpose. It is used to write the programs. Artificial languages or programming languages or computer languages are used to create the programs for computer, right? And computer languages, so these are the examples of computer languages, the like BASIC, C, C++, COBOL, Fortran, and these all are the types of different high level languages. Keep in mind, these are the high level languages. It's not low level, it's not machine language. These are the high level languages, right? And each language has a unique set of keywords, words that it understands. What are the keywords? Like all of you have done already in basic in class 8, we use different words for particular function like print, let, input we use in basic. These are the basic keywords. These are the basic keywords which basic understand, right? Now, these are the types of computer languages. That human languages are known as natural languages. Computer cannot understand natural languages. As a result, we must communicate with computer using computer languages. So there are three types: high level, low level, assembly, and machine. You have seen there are four types written here, but low level and assembly language are almost same. They are considered as one language, right? So we move toward the architecture of this hardware communicate with machine language, assembly language, high level language, and these are the types of high level languages. Now, what is the high level language? What is the basic? Basic is a high level or low level language? Answer me, hurry up quickly. What type of language is basic? Is it high level or low level? Yes, Ibtisam, basic is a high level language or a low level language? Yes, basic is a high level language. Yes, Nawal. Because it consists of English keywords, right? High level, is there only one high level language or other example as well? Yes, who is going to answer? Ahmad Rasa, basic is the only high level language or other example as well? Yes, Ibtisam, good. Yes, Nawal, yes. Hmm. So there are different types of high level languages, right? Because they are much closer to human language. Yes, Ahmad, basic is the only high level language. So we don't have other high level languages. So high level languages are much closer to Human language, a programming language such as C, Fortran, or Pascal that enables to write program which is understandable to programmer, human, and can perform any sort of task. Like if I am speaking English or Urdu, I know English, or Urdu, I am comfortable with that language, right? So if I'm going to write the program in computer, I prefer English language to write the program. And high level language comprises of English words, English keywords that are easily understandable by the programmer. कोई भी programmer जब program लिखने जाता है तो that is very difficult for him or her to write the program in machine language. It's obvious because it is consist of binary numbers. But when we are talking about high level language, it's easy for the programmers because it is understandable, it's much closer to the human language, right? One disadvantage, right? The disadvantage of high level languages must use interpreter because it needs a translator to translate it, right? Compiler or translator to convert human understandable program to computer readable code that are machine codes, right? These are the examples of high-level languages, right? There are many: COBOL, Pascal, C, C++, Java. There are a lot of. Now, these are the advantages. They are near to English language. That is, they are easier to read, write, and maintain. High-level languages makes complex programming simpler, like it is because it is easy to write, easy to use by the user or a programmer. So it is convenient to make the program. High-level language is portable. They can work on different operating system. Yeah, like it is operating system friendly. Like you can use it in any operating system. Length of the program is also small compared with low-level language because low-level language consists of symbols and words both. Many real-time problems can be easily solved with high-level language. Now, the disadvantage. What is the disadvantage? It needs translator. A translator program, one thing, it needs to be translated for the computer, hence works slower than machine code. It's obvious that if I am writing something on machine code that is understandable by the computer, it is directly translated. There is no need for any translator. It is directly understood by the computer. But if I am going to write anything in high level language, computer need to translate it. So there must be some translator between the user and the computer. Now come to the low level language or an assembly language. A computer low level language that deals with the hardware registers by name is known as assembly language. It's the best example of low level language, and it is between machine language and high level language. It is between machine language and high level language. A low level language does not need a compiler or interpreter to run the program. The processor run low level code directly because it comprises of the codes, machine codes. So it is easy to convert by the computer. These are the examples. Like you can see that in machine language we are having the numbers. In machine language we are having two numbers only, zeros and ones. It's a combination. So it seems to be very difficult to write program like this, right? But in a low level language we have words as well, we have numbers as well. It's a combination of both the symbols and the words. Assembly language have the same structure and set of commands as machine language, but they enable a programmer to use names instead of numbers. क्लियर? यानी यूज़र के पास ये एडवांटेज होता है प्रोग्रामर के पास कि वो नेम्स यूज़ कर सके नंबर्स की जगह. ठीक है? जब machine language introduced हुई, that was very difficult to write, but after machine language, assembly or low level language was introduced, that is the combination of words and symbols that makes the computer easy to use, to program for computer. Became easy for a programmer to write the program with a combination of numbers and words. Now, it uses mnemonic codes, short forms for instructions, and allows the programmer to introduce names for blocks of memory that hold data. ठीक है. Assembly language is designed to be easily translated into machine language. They both are machine language. If I'm talking about machine language and assembly language, they are computer friendly, right? Computer understand it. But if I'm talking about high level language, it is user friendly, like it is convenient for the user. Now, machine language, as you all know, that consists of two numbers, that is zeros and one, and data executed directly by a computer CPU. There is no need for any translator. There is no need to the time to translate the program, right? So it is friendly for computer, but not friendly for user. Machine language is the native language of the computer. The set of symbolic instructions in binary that is used to represent operations and data in a machine called machine code. These are the example of it. We already have done it in the class as well. This is just a review of these type of languages. And now my next question is that how many types of translators are there? Hurry up, share in the chat box quickly, or you can unmute yourself as well. How many types of translators are there to translate a program from source code to object code? It is almost impossible for humans to use because they consist entirely of numbers. Okay, yes, Michelle, there are 3 types of translators, but I want the names. Salman, name the translators. Yes, Nawal. I want to ask from Salman. Salman, hurry up, name the translators quickly. Very good. A quick feedback from you people, very good. Salman, are you here? Yes. Yes, Ibtisam. Compiler, interpreter, and assembler. These are the converters, translators. Now, what is the difference between interpreter and compiler? Hurry up. What is the difference between interpreter and compiler? Ahsan Raza, what is the difference between interpreter and compiler? Yes, Abiha, what is the difference between interpreter and compiler? Yes, Nawal, right. And the compiler? Now see, an interpreter is a program that executes programming code directly. Yes, Tawqir, very good. And what about the compiler? Yes, Nawal. Compiler translates whole program in one time. Very good. Interpreter is a translator, obviously. It used to translate your program, your high-level program into machine code. Interpreter can convert a source code. Which is the source code? Source code is the program written by you. Okay, source code is a program that is written by you and that needs to be translated into machine language. So interpreter can convert a source code. Write the definition here. Hurry up. Write the definition of source code. What is source code? A source code is a program that needs to be translated by any translator, right? And the object code, which is translated version of your source code, which is translated version into machine language, is the object code. So write the definition of source code and object code, usually on a step-by-step, line-by-line, and unit-by-unit basis into machine code. Like we are writing the program in BASIC. All of you know that we are writing program in BASIC with line numbers. So interpreter translate each line at a time, right? Each line at a time and give you that, and it stops there if there is any error there, right? It will not move forward if there is any error in line number 10. And if line number 10 is clear, then it moves to line number 20. If you have any error in line number 20, it will not move forward, right? Interpreted language are read and then executed directly with no compilation stage. Now, compiler is a program that compiles source code into executable instructions that a computer can understand. Word by word, Nawal, right? Compiler is a program that compile, obviously interpreter translate word by word. If there is any mistake in any word or any command, it stops there. Compiler is a program that compiles source code into executable instruction that a computer can understand. It is given with the format with the extension of exe, right? Exe means executable file. Now these are the assemblers. Assembler normally converts assembly language's source code into machine language, and machine language code is the object code. Assembly language is a family of low-level languages for programming computer. It implements a symbolic representation of codes. An assembler is a program that takes basic computer instructions and converts them into a pattern of bits. What are the bits? Bits are 0 and 1. Bit by bit means 0 is the combination of 0 and 1 that the computer runs to produce result. Now the questions. How many categories of computer programming languages are there? Answer me quickly. Okay, I'm taking the name. Alishpa, how many categories of computer languages are there? Now I'm going to share one more thing with you. Look, I have downloaded this PC Basic today's morning in my computer, and I want all of you to download Basic in your computers because from tomorrow I'll start basic programs, and I want all of you to do it with me, right? Yes, Essen, hurry up. How many categories of computer languages are there? Okay, Essen, this is the second time I'll mark your absent. Explain briefly the difference between each category. Okay, Hamad, categories of computer languages? Yes. Name? Abdullah. Question number 3. State the different types of translators and their functions. Yes, Hamad, very good. Abdullah Hassan. Types of translators and their functions. You can unmute yourself. Unmute yourself and answer me. Don't write. Don't waste your time. Don't write. Answer me. Unmute yourself. Abdullah Hassan, are you there? Okay, good. Now the function of interpreter. Which one, Hamad? Hamad, unmute yourself and repeat your question. Machine language, Nawal, machine language is not same as low-level language because there is a difference. Machine language consists of purely number that is 0 and 1. Consists of 2 digits that is 0 and 1. The combination, all the words, all the symbols are indicated with the combination of zeros and 1. But in low-level language, we have numbers and names as well, like symbols and English words as well. Yes, Mishal. Good. Any question related to this? Now the next one is, what is a program? Program is an organized list of instructions. Okay, students, is it possible for you all to download GW Basic till tomorrow? Okay, very good. Download GW Basic till tomorrow. We'll start programming from tomorrow, right? And keep your copies with you. I'll dictate, I'll make the program, and you need to write that program as well. No, it's not basic environment. This is the PowerPoint slide. I showed you the basic environment here. Okay, wait. New sharing. This is basic environment. You can see here that this OK shows that you are in a basic environment. This OK prompt, this is known as the OK prompt, or this is the basic prompt actually. It means that you are working on GW basic environment, right? GW basic. Ibtisam, it's correct, right? And like if I am, there are two modes of basic. Okay, leave it. We'll discuss this tomorrow with the basic. Right now, we'll go finish our this lecture. This is the basic prompt. This OK indicates that you are in a basic environment, and we will learn about the modes of basic and to working on basic tomorrow, inshallah. Right? So, what is a program? Program is an organized list of instructions that when executed, it performs any operation and do the job. It is also known as code. A code program is also known as a code, and writing a program is also known as coding, right? Without programs, computer are useless. Obviously, if I'm not giving any instruction to computer what to do, how it is able to perform any task. A program is like a recipe. It contains a list of variables and a list of directions, statements. Now I'll tell you what is the difference between statements and commands that tell the computer what to do with the variables. When we are writing program in BASIC with the line number, these are known as the statements, and whatever we are writing without line number is known as the commands. The variables can represent numeric data, text, or graphical images. And what are the keywords? We discussed it before as well, that keywords are the words that are used by some particular language, right? Keyword is a word that is reserved by a program because the word has a special meaning and purpose in any computer language. If I'm talking about print in BASIC, print means to give the output. Input means to take the input, right? So the input print, let is used to assign any value to any variable. So these are the basic keywords which are used by basic language. Keywords can be commands or parameters, values. Every programming language has a set of keywords that cannot be used as variable names, right? Keywords are sometimes called reserve words. These are also called reserved names or reserve words that has some particular meaning and which are not used by any values. What is instruction? The term instruction is often used to describe the programming commands. Computer's instructions set is the list of all the basic commands in the computer, list of commands like to write the program. It is obviously a program in the computer's machine language. Now, any confusion? Any question? Ahsan Raza. Okay, then how you make the practical? Yes, keywords. Yes, Nawal, keywords can be commands. If I'm talking about print, statement is a complete instruction. Complete instruction. For example, if I am giving let a is equal to 5, let is the keyword, and the complete line let a is equal to 5 is a statement, like it is the complete instruction. Keywords can be used in a statement. Nawal, do you understand? Keyword can be used in any statement, right? Any confusion? Any question? See. So this line is a complete statement, right? This is complete statement. Let a is equal to 5, in which let is a keyword. Keyword is used in statement. A is the variable and 5 is the value. Is it clear now? Okay, write your names in the chat box for the attendance. And if you have any question, you can ask me. From tomorrow, we'll start from the flowchart, and then we'll make one program of basic tomorrow. Yes, beta, thank you. Quickly, mark your attendance. And keep your copies with you tomorrow, it's must, okay? I hope everything is clear to you, because we already have done it in previous classes or previous lecture as well. So I hope there should be no confusion in this lecture. And if you have any, we'll discuss it tomorrow. Okay, thank you, beta. Till tomorrow. Allah Hafiz.